This is a 5-drawer storage cabinet. The box says 5CHDG-2130-WT. This guy here I was given to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you somewhere between $60 and $75. They haven't paid me for my review, so my opinions remain my own. So we're going to open this guy up, put it together, and then take a look at it. Alright, so the packaging is cardboard box with styrofoam inserts. So you are getting some styrofoam here you'll have to get rid of. Alright, so as you might expect from this price point and the flat pack nature, it is all MDF with pre-drilled holes. There is a manual for putting it together and a big box of hardware that comes with it. And we're going to have to assemble all 5 of these drawers ourselves, as well as the box, and put everything in on it. Well, it's not from IKEA, but the instructions very much remind me of IKEA type, eccentric wheel connectors and the dowels with the screws and things. Alright, all these parts have numbers, like those are number 9, these are number 8, these are number 10. These are number 7. That makes it easy. I've isolated off the parts for the drawers, so there's 5 of each of these. We're going to make those last. Alright, it's nice. They include a screwdriver for screwing these guys in. Alright, these drawer pulls have very faint letters on them. In this case, it's a CR and a CL, although they also have DR and DL, which is probably for the drawer side of things. And you have to make sure you get the right C's, left and right, on the right boards here. Alright, if you pay special attention to where all the holes are, those holes are up there. And the screw holes go into this guy and that front guy there. Alright, the screwdriver they gave us is perfectly adequate for putting these things in, but since I'm putting in so many of them, I got out my power drill. I set the clutch down low so it won't strip them out, but we're going to use that from here on out. Alright, so these eccentric screws, you just have to make sure that this part here is facing down to go over that metal piece that comes in. And then you tighten it up and it holds it in place. The top is on. So far pretty good. We just put in 4 little eccentric screw connectors here to hold this top down. Well, it looks like one of these screws QC'd in it tumbled to the fact that it was not fully zinc coated. I don't know, maybe it rusted after the fact, but one of these screws is definitely not silver like the rest. Small plastic rollers, 2 of them do not have latches, so the ones without latches go in the back, and the ones with latches should go in the front where you can lock them from the front. Or you could leave them off and just use this straight on the floor. Alright, 30 minutes of pretty easy work, and I have a rolling cabinet base. Now I just need to make the 5 drawers. About the only real mistake you can make while putting this thing together is taking one of these wooden dowels, and instead of putting it in the wooden dowel hole, put it in the metal dowel hole. You know it's a metal dowel hole because it has this eccentric screw slot or circle cut out here. So if you were to do that, you might need a pair of pliers to get them out. Alright, so when you first assemble your drawer body, this bottom panel is held in by the front and the back in grooves. Nothing on the sides holding them on. It looks like the rails for the drawer rails will screw in through here and hold these on the bottom. So for the drawer side here, the key thing is the wheel has to be towards the inside of the drawer and the handle's back here. Then you just set these guys in place. Push them in. Second to the last step is to put these little stickers over the exposed little round eccentric screws there if you want to. It's purely decorative. Then in the back here they have 8 of these little guys here which kind of snap in there and you screw them in, and I think all it's to do is to kind of hold this back plate from wiggling around a little bit. I'm not sure if it's adding any real strength to this guy. Alright, they include a compartment of extra things. They gave me 1 extra wooden dowel, and I need to get one of these tiny little screws out of here to use. So it's good that they have the extra things in there, but we were pretty close with everything else. Alright, these 8 little brackets, the screw goes in at a 45-degree angle, so it's holding this guy against that board. And it's kind of providing a little bit of 90-degree support inside this corner because I kind of pushed it up against those corners there. So I think primarily it's holding these boards in. Alright, it took me an hour and 20 minutes to assemble this. I strongly recommend having a power screwdriver with a clutch on it. You certainly could assemble it using their provided screwdriver, but there's an awful lot of screws in there to screw in. So this saved my wrist and made it a little faster. Okay, assembled size from the ground here is 25.5 inches tall. Across here is 18.75 wide, and it is 15.75 deep. So it has these 5 drawers. They slide pretty easily. The gaps between drawers are close to the same everywhere, mostly. So quality-wise, it's pretty standard, your MDF melamine board furniture. So I think, for what you're getting, it's the appropriate quality for this particular style of furniture. The wheels roll pretty nicely. I do have to take some of these numbered stickers off that identify the boards, which board is which number. Most of those stickers are hidden on the inside, but there are a few of them that you do have to peel off, and they peel off fine without any residue. So for the price, seems like a pretty reasonable offering.